This is the Iron Pony Podcast, number 4, season number 1. Let's have some fun.
And nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening. So what's going on, Tracy?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
So you're off today?
Yes, I'm off today. Enjoying life. Been messing around with a lot of things.
You're sweating a little bit there. What's wrong, man?
I was sweating because I did all the work. Setting this thing up, man.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, he's just over there like, I'm watching videos. I worked hard today. I just can't understand, why you want me to do something.
I didn't say that.
Pretty close. But anyway, welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is Chris Mitchell, the host, and I guess what you call that, the other host? The hostess. Tracy Buckaloo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah. It is definitely you. So, how was your day today, Tracy? I understand it was great.
It was good. Very busy.
Very busy?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's it?
A lot of work.
So, on the way here, I was calling Tracy. We're about to do this podcast every Tuesday night. And I said, hey, you ready? We're coming over. And he's like, man, I got to get out of my pajamas. Shit.
I did say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You had to get out of your pajamas because this is the only night we can do this unless I was going to do it by myself.
No, it's all good.
Yep. But anyway, we're recording this on the new camera. Hopefully it stays lit tonight. It is running on its battery, so we got about 30 minutes, so we'll get this thing knocked out. And then the actual dummy battery will be here tomorrow.
Dummy battery?
Yeah, you should know what that is. It's a fake battery plugged into the wall, so it has continuous power, so it doesn't have to have a battery anymore.
Gotcha.
Yep. So we'll see how it works out. But anyway, I went on a ride this weekend.
Yeah.
Did you go on a ride this weekend?
I rode to work.
It was 35 degrees when I got there at the Indian dealership. It was pretty cold.
Yeah, I saw your video on Facebook.
Yes, I did have a video on Facebook. I'll get my face cut off here a second, so let me move this over here and get a little closer to Tracy. But yes, we do have some plans. As you can look at us, we're a little bit off-center, but hopefully that'll get fixed in the future. And it just takes about an hour to get this thing set up. Yeah, and then we just
honestly did. That's true.
Let's get this thing over with, and it's like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, but we're not gonna sacrifice quality though.
So how was your cold ride?
Well, it was actually pretty good, I gotta admit. Let me minimize this window here for a second. Let me exit out of this and go ahead and talk about something. Talk about a new motorcycle while I get this set up.
New motorcycle?
Yeah. You got to be ready for this stuff.
I know, my head's still stuck on that shotgun 650. I cannot wait to see it in person.
Oh, really? When's it coming in America?
It's supposed to be anytime.
Anytime?
I know other people have already started getting them. I've seen them at overseas at dealerships, but just waiting for the good old U.S. of A. to get them out there.
The good old USA, huh?
I did get my Hunter 350 back from the dealer on Thursday.
Oh, yeah?
After its first service. That went pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Bike ride's nice and smooth.
Well, that's great.
So I got my $400 worth, I guess you could say.
$400? So what all they do to it? They find anything wrong with the forks?
No, there was nothing wrong with the forks.
Nothing?
Nope.
Well, that's crazy.
Yep.
Something's wrong there.
No, he said they were fine.
They said they were fine?
Yep.
But anyway, this is me riding in at 35 degrees. I'm telling you, man. It was crazy. Well, let me get rid of some of this stuff here. We don't need to go in Spotify. But anyway, how you get this thing started? How you put there we go. Believe it or not, I didn't even have it in fourth gear. I had it in fourth gear at the stoplight.
Is this coming? Are you in Indiana still here? Or where
no, I'm riding into the Northern Kentucky Indian dealership right now.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Coming up. Okay. So
exactly.
You're at that stoplight there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I saw that. I like
Iron
that.
Pony.
That's pretty neat.
Life. Yeah, that's right. But anyway, this is going right into the parking lot. I mean, they got a huge parking lot. They need to do more events, this place.
So you had to be cold when you got up to 70 miles an hour on the highway.
Yes, we went to Yellow Springs, It was a nice ride. My wife chickened out. She said it was just too cold. I mean, she was going to move the truck out of the way this morning, and she said, there's ice on the windshield, or frost. I am not going.
Yeah.
I said, well, I am. I'm going to have some fun.
And you did.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's about 9 of us. I was right in the middle where everybody started joining, so, yeah, but yeah, that's exactly right. But anyway.
So did you guys have lunch or anything while you were out there, or where'd you go when you were up there?
We went to Young's Dairy Farm.
Young's
and
Dairy
got some.
Farm.
Yeah, their cheeseburger's actually pretty good. I had a quarter pounder cheeseburger with bacon and cheese, and then I had onion rings, and they must have thought I was hungry because they gave me a whole bowl of onion rings.
That's too much.
Oh yeah, it was too much. And then I got me a turtle sundae, one scoop.
Turtle sundae.
Yeah, it was great. Anytime you get a chance to go up there, Tracy, go up there. Take your kid up there. They got a little petting zoo. They might make a mistake. They might make a mistake and put you in the barn.
Oh my God! Here we go. You done lost it now, man.
But anyway, yeah.
So you're saying I'll become one of their animals? Is that what you just said?
One of their pets.
One of their pets.
You go in there and hey, pay a quarter. You can pet Tracy. Feed Tracy.
You're killing me.
But you know what? It'll be great for your kids. It really is. They got a lot of stuff to do. They got batting cages and everything up there.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds cool.
But we went through Yellow Springs.
I think I've actually been there before. Now that you say that.
Oh, you think
I
you
think
have?
my wife and I have stopped there before. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But we went to Yellow Springs also. It was pretty eventful. We went in there and there was like 4 or 5 protesters.
Protesters.
Oh yeah, Yellow Springs is a big protest little town.
What were they protesting?
Tracy riding motorcycles.
Now, what were they really protesting? You don't know, or you just saw them?
I'll have to pull it up here in a few minutes, and I got that video too. I just gotta find out which clip
you
it is.
videoed them out there doing it?
Yeah, I pretty much videoed the whole ride. Pretty much. I mean, off and on, I pushed the record button. I was hoping to get some curbs, going down some hills, that kind of stuff. But it was pretty straight, actually.
So what camera did you use to record on your bike? Did you use a GoPro or did you use that?
Insta360
Oh, the Insta360.
X3.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the GoPro can't do that. It can't do that.
So when you did your turn, the camera actually went with you? Is that how you got that angle when you turned it?
No, I got to physically move it.
Oh, you actually did it?
No, I mean the software. And I got to physically move it with the software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah. So let's see what we got here. I think this might have been the Yellow Spring one. We'll see what we got here, but I'll let it go for a little bit and see how it is. I guess I'm gonna turn that sound off because we don't really need that. But anyway, what's going on with you?
So did you feel like it was a pretty successful first ride considering the weather and everything?
It was nice and sunny, not a cloud in the sky at the beginning. Later in the afternoon, there was a couple clouds, not bad.
But it was still, did
The
it
temperature
warm
got
up
up
at all?
Yeah, the temperature almost got up to 60.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it was
So
actually
just that first part of the morning where it was kind of a struggle.
yes, it was. I don't think it was a struggle.
But I mean, it would be for somebody that doesn't like the cold.
Yes,
Like your wife.
somebody like you.
Like your wife.
Yeah, it'd been a struggle for you.
It would have been. I don't ride in that cold weather, man.
But yeah. But anyway, so what'd you do this weekend? Anything?
I worked
You worked?
all weekend.
You getting ready for inventory, wasn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what?
I had Sunday night I worked till 10 and then had to be back in at 7 on Monday.
And
And then 6 this morning.
6 this morning. What time did you get off?
4:30.
4:30. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So I do have some things I got planned. I did a little video this morning. The wind was just way too much.
So this is you on your ride here. That looks cool.
Yeah. Let's, I could put it on there for a while. Let's see here. I'm touching the wrong thing here. We are amateurs, man. Amateurs. Yeah, but hopefully we'll get
So
this.
they're all riding pretty much similar bikes there, it looks like. Were they all riding about the same kind of bike or what?
Well, it's an Indian group.
Yeah, I'm aware. I would be on a Harley, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, but we do have a meeting tomorrow night
Yeah.
at 6:30 at Buffalo Bob's.
I will be there this time.
You will be there this
Yeah,
time?
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
I have to be at work at 7 on Thursday, but I'll be there.
Oh, that's nice.
Please make sure to remind me because I do forget.
I will remind you.
And don't wait to remind me when you're there.
Oh, really? But anyway, I'm just playing around with this software here. But yeah, I don't know what town this is that we're going into
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not familiar. So were you using GPS on this, or were you just following your group?
Well, once again, amateur hour. I was just, just following the group, no GPS or anything. I was hoping to get it connected to my watch so I can put the GPS and the speed and that kind of stuff, but it did not work out.
It didn't come.
Yeah. That's Josh and his wife right in the front. They're leading the pack.
Okay, so she's on the right and he's on the left there?
Yeah. And that's Tim Ford right next to us. He just saw the post the night before and said, asked his wife and said, hey, you want to ride with these guys? And she said yes. And they showed up.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Brand new members. And Josh's dad's behind there. There's a couple other people. I think her name is Melissa and her husband. They both have Indians.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty good group. So, I mean, what you can do is you can just take this and just go all the way around. And then you can see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty cool camera. But I was asked by a couple members about, if you go on a long road ride, or I'm sorry, a long ride, like a venture, you're going to go somewhere in a couple states or something like that,
Yeah.
and how to prepare, for that ride. And that's what I'm working on that video for. So I definitely want to get that out next week on the podcast. So that's what we're going to talk about is road rides.
Okay.
Longer
Longer
ones.
rides.
Yeah. So you're going to have to study up because you've never done one.
I have not. The longest one we did was about 40 miles, I think? Wasn't it about 40 miles?
Yeah,
down
about
to
40
Robert
miles.
Hash?
So we're talking about doing 1,000-mile plus,
Oh, man.
like I'm going to do in Pennsylvania.
What did we say? That was 838 miles from here, I believe?
Yeah, one way.
One way, yeah.
Yep. But also, I went to Newport today, and there was a place called down there, Bikers. Let me look it up.
I would probably have to learn how to use my cruise control if we go on a ride like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have cruise control on that bike. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
Yours has cruise control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying. Okay.
Yeah, it does. All right, let me get my wallet out of here. But anyway, I told this guy I'd give him a plug, so I need to do what I say. Hopefully I got his card here. I think I do. But anyway. And thanks to Josh and his dad, I bought me a leather vest today. I was hoping I brought it with me, but I didn't.
Forgot it?
Yeah. But Biker Central in Newport, Kentucky. It's a pretty nice place. Yep. And Mitch Harris is the owner of that.
And what do they have there?
Oh, they have leather equipment, helmets. They have pretty much a lot of stuff, a lot of accessories. I did take some pictures of it on my cell phone, but they're actually on my cell phone. Let me see if they're actually on.
Now, do they sell all styles of helmets and everything? Or?
Yeah. I don't know if you can. I think you can order them too. Look at we're upside down now. This is actually pretty cool, actually. This 3D stuff. You guys need to invest in something like this, Tracy. That's what you need to get. You don't need to get that GoPro. You need to get something like this. That way you can, enjoy.
So, do they have a website or no?
Yeah, they have a website. I think they do. I don't know. I think they're on Facebook. Yeah. But anyway, this is the place right here, Biker Central in Newport, Kentucky, and go see Mitch, and he'll give you a deal. But I bought a leather vest so I can put my patches on, get them sewed on, hopefully next week, and then have that vest ready for the next ride we go with Indian. Let's see if I got. Here's some leathers. That's some of the stuff they got.
That's the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of them vests right there I bought.
Did you?
Yeah. I can't tell you. It's a secret.
I'm sure I'll see it eventually.
Yeah. They also got some, luggage, for a long trip, long hauls.
Okay. Is those just like slip over or something, or?
No, they're just ones you want to tie to the back of your bag, your seat.
Okay.
Or if you got what is that in the back? What's that called? Passenger backrest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tie that thing down
That's
to
what
that.
one on the top.
Or
of it, yeah.
Or if you got a touring bike, you can use the luggage rack.
The rack, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a pretty cool place. Enjoyed. He had a great. I mean, he can hold a conversation. I mean, really well. I mean, the guy's really nice. He fitted me. You know, he wanted to make sure I had the right fit and everything on that vest. Really good guy. So if you get a chance, if you live in this area or if you're driving or riding to Cincinnati, go to Newport across the river and check out Bikers Central.
So it looks like they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and they're open Wednesday through Friday, 11 to 6, Saturday, 12 to 5, and Sunday, 12 to 5.
All right,
so
there you
people
go.
are looking at the hours that way they don't get there too early and it's not open.
Exactly. So, anyway, what else is going on? Tracy Buckaloo, ready to recommend this place.
Yeah, wants me to recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go.
5 stars. Type something good in there. So next week I'll have the vest. I'll have everybody look at it and see what everybody thinks.
Are you going to wear it on the show or what?
Yeah, I'll wear it on the show. I don't know if my patch is done by now.
Oh,
Hopefully
okay.
I will.
Now, are they doing those for you or are you doing them yourself?
My mother-in-law probably is going to do it. She doesn't know it yet, but she will. She's going to take care of me. Just like I take care of her. Every time she needs something, I go help her, fix her what do you call it, light switch or plumbing's leaking in the bathroom or something like that. I'll take care of that. Nice guy. But anyway, let's check this out. I'm going to show you something. Tracy, you probably never saw this before. This is us in Tennessee. This is the first time we ever got this Insta360. We went down to Tennessee and went and did the Dragon with a Jeep.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Well, you showed me this on your phone once before.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. But yeah. But anyway. Great place for gear. Exactly right. So
Okay, sorry. It made me type up the 85 before it would let me post it without typing 85.
it's all good. Silence is deadly in this group here. So
I do have a couple things. I ordered some mirrors for the Hunter 350, and I got bar and mirrors coming. They should be here tomorrow. I'd like to install those and maybe put that on as part of a video for us to show that being done.
that sounds good.
And then I'm really considering ordering that S&S exhaust over the next couple of weeks. So I thought we could do that over the next couple of weeks too before the weather breaks.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're not in any riding weather over the next 15 days.
Yeah, why don't you check the weather out while we're here?
It's not good.
It's not good at all?
No. If it's warm, it's raining, and if it's not warm, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, this is a wreck. It actually happened down in the Dragon when we were down there. A sports car, probably worth about $120,000.
What kind of car? Let me see. What is that?
Look at that. Trashed.
Oh, it's He totaled that thing.
He totaled it. And that's, safety, man, everything. That's what you got to, you can ride your own ride on that place and never have a problem. What you have to worry about is the idiots, trying to go around these curbs, act like they own this place.
So the best day I see coming up for us riding weather-wise would be Sunday the 24th at 59 degrees and Monday the 25th at 66 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So those 2 days are pretty promising. And then after that, I'm not really sure.
Exactly.
But if that holds up, those would be nice riding days.
Exactly. All right. So let's see what else we got here. So we do have a meeting tomorrow night at the.
Now, in that video, you only had the aftermath of that sport car crash, or did you actually see it happening?
No, actually, what happened was, let me pull that back up because there's actually a couple other things here that we can show you here. I'll wait till that comes up. But when we were, I wanted to take my motorcycle, and it was raining, a little bit, spitting here and there, and my daughter took my motorcycle key. I could actually start without it, but she said, "You're not taking that. I want my," she's scared of motorcycles, and she knows that the Dragon, or
it eats a lot of people up, man. It really does.
And
what did you say? There was 3 accidents just on this ride right here.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But so I went down there on the Jeep, and I was determined to do this. I wanted to see what it was like.
You want to see it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not as bad as what people think it is.
No, but you made the right choice going with the Jeep on the first time through, so that you could get familiar with it and see what it was like.
Yeah. And there's a lot of curbs, a lot of 90s.
I see that. But the difference on this ride though versus the ride that you and I took last year to Rabbit Hash, they have signage saying curb ahead. There wasn't any signage when we went. That ride to Rabbit Hash, the signage is terrible.
Yeah, it is. But there was also
there's a nice little runoff there to give you some extra space there. To
yeah.
try to hold that.
Well, we just went past the accident, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened is we have people that's pushing us.
Oh.
Yeah, a
bikes?
bunch of motorcycle young ones.
Oh, okay.
You know what we talked about before?
I see that.
Yeah, they were like trying to go 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, see, that's why there's so many accidents there.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't get to go very far, and they also have these little photo op places on the side.
So you can stop and take pics and
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. But it was a nice ride. I mean, it really was.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, the landscape background's gorgeous there.
Yep.
Actually, nice blue skies. That would have been a great riding day.
It was a beautiful day. I mean, what can I say?
It wasn't beautiful for that guy in the sports car.
No, it wasn't. But we will be coming up to a motorcycle accident.
Oh, okay, coming up on here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you see it, or do you just see the aftermath from it?
It's aftermath. These things are
it's
always...
not that guy that sped past you, is it?
No.
Okay.
He's with a group, probably about 5 or 6 riders.
Okay.
And be honest with you, I don't remember seeing his motorcycle anywhere. But I know he was laying in the ditch. He was fine. Looked like he was okay. The ambulance was coming.
Okay. So nothing life-threatening to him at that... From your view. Okay.
I mean, look at that motorcycle group in front of us. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was a huge one. So I let them pass us, and look.
Oh, he kind of came up on them quick there too, didn't he?
Yeah, they didn't go very fast either.
No.
Mm-mm. So
that car went to the side and let them through.
Yeah, and there's another photo op. Let's see if I can get this on there. Another photo op, but it'll be coming up here pretty shortly, and hopefully I'll get everybody can see this. And this is never seen footage ever. And that's my daughter in front of us. She's got a Mazda Miata.
Oh, so she was the one that was pulled off to the side. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you communicating to her right there by a phone or anything, or no?
No, we're not.
Just following. Okay.
Yeah, they're just following around. And, they got these little pull-offs so you can, let people get past you.
Right.
So what happened was there's a motorcycle rider in front of this group. Mm-hmm. And he is pretty much... He's like, he doesn't know how to do counter steering very well. And that's the reason why they're slower.
Were you able to see this from that view or no?
Yes. I mean, this is kind of wild. What do you call it? The wide framed. Mm-hmm. I can see this closer in real life.
Okay.
I can see that guy in front of him.
So you already knew he was in trouble just by watching him?
Well, yeah, but he didn't have an accident. He was just riding his ride.
Okay. Oh, so he wasn't the one that you see up here in the ditch.
No.
I got you.
But he's slowing these guys down. He's not letting anybody past him.
Okay. He didn't pull over or subside anybody. Okay.
Nope. Mm-mm. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Now, I'm just wondering, so right off that curve, is that straight down right there? That's a straight drop? Like there's nothing to...
Yeah, it's pretty much. There's no guardrails or nothing for you.
Oh, man. That's...
Yeah, and there's a guy pulled off the side. Yep.
But looking at that view when you were coming up on that curve, it looked like it's straight down right there.
Yes, it is. And people on Spotify, you can go to YouTube and check this out, and see what we're watching. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I don't want to bore everybody. Watching the same thing.
I was waiting for the guy in the ditch.
Oh, it's coming. I just gotta wait for it. Somebody will be like flagging you down to slow down.
Oh, they kind of. So they got a helper out there spotting.
Yeah. So when we see that, we'll flip back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but motorcycle safety. So some of the things that could help you on this. Okay, counter steering. Mm-hmm. All right. Another thing is making sure you got good brakes.
Right.
But you don't want to be like overly braking.
Right.
Okay. You need to know how to to go through these turns.
Well, see, on that, I would be using engine braking on some of those. It looks like engine braking would help you out.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, it would. And then you also got to watch behind you. Okay. So hopefully there's I don't know if it's coming up here shortly. We'll see here in a second, but they'll slow us down. But I'll show you who is behind us, because there's some people behind us too. And I mean, this is a crowded road. This is probably on Friday morning, I think. This was what we went on. Let me see if I can go on the other side here. Yeah, there's a couple cars behind us, but they're not too close. I thought they were closer, but they're not. So let's see here. If we can get a good picture when this happens. Yeah.
So on that Insta360, you can do that at any time, all the time.
All the time. It's recording
all the way around.
All the way around.
That's
all
pretty cool.
times.
I do like that.
So like I said, you need to get that.
That's pretty neat. And you got the...
Okay, here we go. I think.
Send me the link, yeah.
I think we might be getting close here. There's a couple cars pulled off to the side. And then let's see what happens here. I think it's got to be getting close. It was pretty close to the beginning of his ride, to tell you the truth.
Now, in this particular, where you're at right now, are you on the climb? Are you going up the mountain? Or are you just like going on
We're
the
going
side
up.
of it? You're going up, okay.
Yeah. I believe we're going up. We're going back to Tennessee instead of
Okay.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it's uphill or downhill. I can't tell you.
Okay, so this particular road crosses the border there? It's all connected?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes right to the North Carolina
Okay.
border. And that's where the Tree of Shame is.
Yeah, I've seen that. Where all the extra motorcycle parts that have come off.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, it's not cool to the people that lost those parts. But.
Well, you know, what's this? I mean, look at this guy. He's got a freaking trailer going through there. It's like, what?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
crazy.
That's
Oh,
tight.
a funny thing. Okay. So what happened was that car, if everybody remembers that car you just watched, it crashed. So on the way down there was a group of Corvettes behind us. So I
Okay.
let them pass. Okay. So then we started on the Dragon.
Right.
The Corvettes, I don't know, some of the drivers or the lead driver, they were going through the curves, but they were going pretty fast. But the Jeep literally was right behind them all the way through down the hill or going up the hill.
So you were traveling the same speed as the Corvettes?
Yeah,
were?
I mean, I was whipping it around them curves like crazy. Well, the Jeep has some wide tire and has a real wide base. So it went through the curves like it was nothing, like butter. So when we get down there, and there's a small parking lot, and then there's one that has all the motorcycles in it, pretty much no cars or anything like that. So when we go there, that car's there, and he comes through the window and says, "Hey, I'm getting ready to leave. You can park here." That guy that wrecked that car.
Wow. Also, you had seen him before he wrecked the car.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we looked at the
okay.
car. My daughter loves these sports cars.
Yeah, I know she's big into that.
Yeah, so I parked there, and they take off, and they zoom up
So
the
you
hill.
actually talked to the guy before he wrecked his
Yes,
car.
yes. Yeah, that's a strange...
That is a very strange deal.
Yeah, strange thing. That's the way
Now,
life
did you
happens
feel
sometimes.
weird when you went by and you're like, oh crap, that's the guy I was just talking to?
Yes. I was like, holy cow, this is a small world, man. It's like, you would never have thought that you just talked to somebody.
Now, was he a younger guy or an older guy?
I think he was in his 30s.
So he was in his 30s?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could tell he put a lot of money in that car.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Yeah. And then he's like, he was just going around the curve and just lost it. I wish I
Yeah.
would have been behind him and filmed that. That would have been good, but
It would have been good for you on video, but not good for him.
yeah, exactly. But yeah. So hopefully that wreck's coming up. I don't know exactly when it's
Yeah.
going to be there, but I'll be able to tell because somebody raised their hand up and that slow down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's some flashing lights right there. It's coming.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so let's see if we can do this good here. All right. So there's going to be like 5 motorcycles on the opposite lane here.
Now, do you think your daughter recognized those signals up in front of you? Do you feel like she saw that or knew what to look for with that?
No. I mean, yeah, she knew
In
something
the
was going
Miata?
on.
So
Yep.
she knew something was going on. Okay.
Yeah, she reads up all on this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
All right.
very knowledgeable
Educated
about
on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
So she's already in alert mode as well because she's like, okay, what the heck's happening here?
exactly.
I just don't see any brake lights. That's why I was kind of curious.
Well, they're warning us,
Mm-hmm.
but right there it is. Okay, so there's the motorcycles. Okay, and I'm gonna try to stop this. right at the spot. So they're all pulled over to the side, and maybe his motorcycle's over there. I don't know. Maybe somebody picked it up and moved it over.
Right.
But this is the accident here.
Okay, and she's got her turn signal on in front of you. So what is she trying to do there?
It's cautions. Her other one's flashing too.
Okay,
You just can't see that well.
Yeah, because of the way it's looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. She has tint on them.
Okay.
And the ambulance is already there. And then you can see that they're taking care of him, and he seems to be okay.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't like I wouldn't be showing it. It was going to be something like that.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, but we're going to be going slow here. But he just probably took it too short.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, now can you stop it right there?
Yeah, we stopped right there. So I guess I think that's a police officer's motorcycle. It might be his.
I don't know.
But he was sitting up in the ditch, and yeah, that's a police officer motorcycle.
Yep.
Sheriff.
Sure is.
Yep.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, and then
Now, I was gonna say, if you stopped it right in between the bike and the car, you could have panned over there with that 360.
yeah, but I don't want to get in somebody's.
That's true. That's a valid point.
Yeah.
That's good.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah, but I don't know where his motorcycle was. Unless he was on the back of one.
Yeah, it was definitely a police motorcycle there in the road. So yeah, it's hard to say.
Yep, and they check your speed all over the place there. Mm-hmm. But
well, I can understand why. Like I said, I've read some articles, and the amount of accidents per day there's just it's insane. And like you said, you saw 3 in your one ride.
And then there's some strange people that go up this thing that try to take semis, and you're going to see one here in a minute. At the very end, there was somebody with a big, long trailer trying to go up this thing. It was like, are you kidding me?
I couldn't get over the first one that you showed me with the trailer.
Yeah, there are some curbs that are very tight, very tight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can just see it. Yeah, even that road right there looks narrow.
Yep. So, but anyway, safety. So some of the things is ride your ride. Right. Don't go crazy in the curbs. And one thing you really need to pay attention to is these crazy drivers in the other lane, even motorcycles.
Right.
Because the motorcycle, if they can't handle that curb, they're going to go right into your lane. Mm-hmm. Yep. And maybe he was with this group. That actually was a young kids group right there. So they stopped right at the very end. I think what happened was because that motorcycle riders, that one I told you he was having some problems going through the curbs and everything, is in front of my daughter now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was going pretty slow on these curbs. And you know what? That's priority.
I was going to say, after he witnessed the same thing you just witnessed, I'm sure he's pretty nervous now and probably wanting to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You see a motorcycle that's down, it's going to make you nervous and be like, calm down, chill this out,
Exactly. So this is a perfect example of riding your ride. Mm-hmm. Now, what I see sometimes what this guy's doing is he gets really close to the yellow line.
Which is probably not a good idea because
No.
if somebody was to go over that yellow line.
And that's somebody that it seems like they're not able to counter steer.
Yeah, he looks pretty straight right there in that curve. Look at him. I can see it. You're
exactly.
Right. He's not leaning at all on that thing.
Nope. And he's in that lane, and that's the lane that he needs to be in. But you can see that
even right there, he doesn't really put the bike over at all.
No,
he's kind of just glides it through.
Yeah, he's just gliding it through. So now he can do one thing when he gets home, because he arrived home safe, I believe, because he got to the dragon.
He got out of there anyway. Yeah.
But he can say, "I did the dragon."
He did it. That's true.
Exactly right, and he rode his ride,
and that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what's the posted speed limit on those? Because I haven't seen a speed limit sign at all since.
It's at the beginning.
Okay.
I think it's like 40 miles per hour.
Total. That's total road speed.
40 to 45, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that's the dragon, folks. I mean, I don't want to bore you with all the whole ride, but it was fun. I would say anybody could do it. Just ride your own ride. And maybe Tracy one day, he'll go down there and do it. You might tow your bike because you don't ride on the highway.
Actually, my brother lives He lives right outside of Asheville. I don't know how close to Asheville.
Yeah, look at that right there, man. He went right over that yellow line.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't leaning at all. He just kind of tried to.
Yeah. Yep. So counter steering. If you're going to do the dragon, you better know how to do it. So go to a park, go to a church, Go to them big parking lots when there's hardly anybody there, the hours, and practice and practice, you know?
But even on the straightaways, he's kind of going slow too.
Yeah.
Because your daughter's right there. I mean, she's just like.
Well, she's not trying to push him.
No,
still
she's
got,
not. But she's like, she's like, okay. You can just see, you know.
Well, this is a person that, you know, it would take him probably 6 hours to get through the dragon if he pulled over every time somebody got behind him.
That's
So,
true.
I'm kind of, you know, I'm okay with him.
Close right there. See? Yeah, no lean at all, dude.
Yeah, no lean at all.
And that's a deep curve that you should really be leaning on right there.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and let me stop this, and we'll go back a little bit.
Yeah, show that again, because he did not lean that bike whatsoever.
Yeah. And then we'll let you guys see this. Hopefully, I didn't go back too far. It's going to take like 10 hours.
Nah.
But yeah. But, you know, what can you say? I mean, I can see where people get frustrated, you know, because the guy, there's all these turnoffs.
And he doesn't pull.
He doesn't pull off at all.
Yeah. Now I'm assuming at this point you've got people behind you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
right
look
there,
how
right there.
slow
And
this guy is.
He's straight up.
He's straight up. Yeah, he's not leaning at all. Yep. So, yeah, you're exactly right.
So yeah, I mean that's definitely. At least he made it through there successfully and navigated it. But he definitely needs to. Lean that bike.
Yep. So, is that about it?
That's about it.
All right. Well,
It's a good show.
good show. You think it's a good show?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No,
It's always a good show. We're amateurs.
Nobody's listening anyway.
Nobody's listening anyway. Anyway, this is Iron Pony Life. This is Chris. This is Tracy. I guess you can speak for yourself. What's your name?
Tracy.
All right. He's the host, and I'm the host, co-host. You're
Co-host. I'm the co-host.
That's what I was trying to think about last time. Anyway, next week we're going to talk about touring on a long road trip and what you should do to prepare. So be ready for that one. And like and subscribe and share. Share. Get this podcast out. We'll get better. I know we're a little hard to listen to sometimes, but we'll get there.
Working on it.
Ride safe.
Ride safe.